Assalamu alaikum, dear brothers and sisters, and welcome to another Arabic language lesson with your brother Muhammad Shirri. And in this lesson, we're going to learn a new set of letters, that is the seen, the sheen, the sad, and the dad. The seen independently is written like this, and it makes a s sound. The sheen is written independently like this, and it makes a sh sound. And the sad is written independently like this, and it makes a soh sound. And the dad is written independently like this, and it makes a dah sound. Now, in the beginning of a word, the seen is written in the following way, and so is the sheen. The only difference between the two is that the sheen has 3 dots on the top. The sad is written like this in the beginning of a word, and the dad is written in a similar fashion, except it has a dot on the top. In the middle of a word, they're written in the following fashion, and at the end of a word, they're written in the following way. Now let's look at a few examples to show us how these letters are written. Let's begin with the seen. So let's take a word, the word for car, or siyara, and the word is composed of the following letters: sin, ya, alif, ra, and ta marbuta. Now I've joined the yellow letters together, and I want to show you how the seen is written in the beginning of a word. So we begin right here, and we make 1 tooth, 2 tooth, and a 3rd teeth. And that's pretty much it. We call these teeth in Arabic, or asnan. So that's how you write siyara. That's how the seen is written in the beginning of a word. Notice there are no dots on the seen. Let's look at an example with the seen in the middle of a word. The word here is bridge. In Arabic, that's jisr. Jisr, jim, seen, and ra. Jim and ra I've written out. Let's see how the seen is written in the middle of a word. We begin with our connector line, go up, back down, back up, back down, back up. There we have our 3 teeth, and we connected it. And now we have jisr. That's how the seen is written in the middle of a word. Let's look at how the seen is written at the end of the word. And the word here is sun, or shams, sheen, meme, seen. I've already connected the sheen and the meme. Let's connect the seen. You create a connector line, and then you do your 3 teeth, and on the final tooth you go down and around. And that's it. That's shams. So it pretty much looks like how it looks independently. Only difference is that it has a connecting line. Now let's look at the sheen. The sheen just looks exactly like the seen. The only difference is that it has 3 dots on the top. Now the word here is candle, and in Arabic that's shama. Remember, the sound for the sheen is the sh sound, and the word begins with a sh sound, shama. So to draw or to write the sheen, we do exactly what we did with the seen. And we place 3 dots on the top. Shama, sh-ma-a, shama. Now let's look at the sheen in the middle of a word. Here the word is butterfly. In Arabic it's farasha. The word is composed of the letters fa, ra, a, sha, and the ta marbuta. And I've written all the other letters. Let's write the sheen in the middle of a word. Notice I didn't connect the sheen to the alif because the alif is a non-connector, or a one-way connector. Doesn't connect to the letters after it. And that's it. That's farasha. Now, if there was a connecting letter before it, we just put a connecting line between them here. And that's it for the sheen in the middle. Finally, the sheen at the end. Here's the word for nest. Osh, osh, composed of ayn and a sh. Notice the sh sound at the end of the word, osh. Alright, so we begin our connecting. Go up, up again, up one more time, and loop around. Let's not forget our dots. And that's it for the sheen at the end of a word. Let's move on to the next letter, the sad. which makes a sah sound. The word here is plate, or in Arabic, sahan, sahan. See how there's the saw sound in the beginning of the word? Let's write out the saw. First we begin here. We go up, loop around. Once we connect, we create a little tooth, and we connect right there. Now we have sahan, sahan, or plate. The sad in the middle of the word, in the word branch here, or ghusn, notice there's the sa in the middle of the word. Ghusn, ghusn is written in the following manner. We begin our connecting line and go up, loop, create a little tooth, and connect. And that's it. We have the word ghusn. I forgot to put a little dot there. And there it is, our ghusn. Finally, the sad at the end of a word, and the word here is scissors, or in Arabic, miqas. Notice how the sad sound is at the end, miqas. Here, we create a little connector line, go up, create a little tooth, and loop around. Now we have the word for scissors, or miqas. Let's move on. The final letter is the dad, which looks a lot like the sad. The only difference is that it has a dot on top. Here we're going to write out the word for general, and that is dabit, dabit. So we begin here, just like we did with the sad, loop around, create a little tooth, and connect. And we remember to put the dot on top. That's the dot in the beginning of a word. Let's look at it in the middle of the word. The word here is green, or akhdar. Remember, the da has a da sound. The word is akhdar, akhdar. So we begin our connector line. We loop back. We create a little tooth, and we connect. And we, of course, we make sure we put our dot on it. Now we have akhdar. Finally, the da at the end of a word, and the word here is eggs, or bayd. We begin with the connector line, and just like we did before, we loop around, create a tooth, and then continue and make a loop. Of course, we put our dot on top, and that's it. That's the da at the end of the word. Thanks a lot for watching.